What's up, guys? I'm Ted Darklaw here with my heterosexual life partner, the Black Knight, Aaron Yancey.
Hi.
Hello, Aaron. How are you?
Good. I done.
I'm great, and this is our very first live, man. How does it feel?
It feels good. We've been talking about it for a while, so it was only a matter of time before we actually did it.
You know, a great wise man once said to me, "Don't talk about it, be about it," and then something about drink some Cavassier or something like that. Uh, I don't remember. I'm getting old. What are you sipping on tonight?
Tonight, I am sipping on the Steel Reserve Blue Raz, but
I
it's
should have
covered up
guessed.
by my Blue Jackets koozie. So yeah,
Oh, nice, nice, nice. I like that. That's very brand friendly.
very
Uh,
distinguished.
oh, it looks good. I feel unprepared because I didn't bring a koozie. I'm just slumming it up with a bottle here.
Yeah, yeah. I kind of normally don't rock the koozie, but it was there, and I figured why not.
Yo, so I don't know if you just saw this, but freaking Rocco the Great is in this chat right now.
Oh no shit.
No shit, right?
What? Smash that like button? Yes. Rocco, how you
Hold on.
doing tonight, man?
Oh, I
Hello.
forgot. I have this power to put these
Yeah.
things up.
Yes, you do.
And then Chloe says that she is drinking tea.
Yeah, your mic's a little fuzzy, man.
Is my mic fuzzy? God,
Yes. Sounds like you're inside of a potato chip bag.
heard that. Well, hey, entertain the humans while I figure that out.
Here's Lord Draken. Uh, if you haven't heard today, sad news in the Power Ranger world. Jason David Frank did pass away I guess it was last night. Reports are saying suicide. They haven't officially said anything, but the tribute to the greatest Power Ranger to ever walk the Power Ranger Earth, the Lord Dragon, the Green Ranger, of course, got that White Ranger action going over there. So much love and respect to Jason David Frank and his family. It is a terrible hit to the Power Ranger community. 49 years old, too young to pass away, man. I mean, it puts life in perspective. Like, you got to live life every day. And he did it all for his community. This man did everything. It wasn't about the money and it wasn't about anything. It was about the fans, and he was all about it. Doing cons for free and, just, I don't know if you've ever gone to a con, but, you go meet somebody, they're all like, oh, hey, take your photo. Here's a signature. And then you got to go. No, Jason David Frank, man, that dude will sit and talk to you for like 5-6 minutes. Like, even if they're trying to rush him, he's like, nah, these are my people. I got to talk to them. And so, yeah, there's the TMZ there. Very sad, man. Like, it really broke me up this morning when I got the message. Like, this can't be real. Like, this guy is like, he's a Power Ranger, man. Like, he's supposed to live forever. But now he joins the great Power Ranger in the sky with Trini, the Yellow Ranger. So it's a sad day here in Power Ranger world. Yes, R.I.P. to the great Jason.
So, not to interrupt that amazing tribute, because that is something we want to talk about. Do I sound better?
A little bit. It's definitely your AirPods, man.
Bro, this is unfortunate. So, Aaron and I played a game today of are we going to do a test run before we do this? And yeah, that went swimmingly.
This is what happens on episode 1 of, hey, should we do a test or not?
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, you touched on Jason David Frank, which I appreciate because that was going to be our first topic. I have the autographed Tommy figure, which he held in our picture because I didn't have a morpher. I wasn't as cool as the other kids. But I think you wanted to do a moment of silence.
I did.
So I figured we would kick it off with the Dragon Dagger here and give like a 10-second moment of silence
Only
for
fitting.
the best Power Ranger there ever was. So
Only fitting. got caught up in the moment.
I appreciate the action there.
So yeah, here we are, first episode. Now that we got the tribute out the way, not to say that to be shortcut, but you know, we got things to cover. So on our first episode, we wanted to hit the big topic hard, and I think we're gonna start it out real simple. Big companies are dead. At least they're trying to die. They're killing themselves, honestly. My big thing, Hasbro, man. Like, why? you brought out some bangers. That Galactus banger, great price too. It was like right in the sweet spot for like the like. I questioned it like with the Sentinel because it was like $350 for the Sentinel, a little smaller than Galactus, and they said, okay, look, $50 more. We'll do Galactus, unlock a bunch of sweet extras to come with it, and then they go, okay, we're gonna do this Ghost Rider. Really, like you dropped the ball hard. And honestly, if they were so desperate to get this thing out, what I think what they should have done is gone ahead and unlocked all the tiers. Unlock them all, because you're not. You had like 10 days, and you weren't even halfway to your goal. You're not giving your people nothing. You're saying here, you still need to get to like 5,000 to unlock the tier 1, and then you need to get to like, was it the stretch goal? Was it 12,000 to unlock? I don't even know what the unlock was for 12,000.
So like I don't even think it's just the HasLab. It's like Hasbro and Mattel in general. So I think while toy collectors, like, we're feeling it, like a few years ago we could go to Walmart, we could buy a Marvel Legend figure, probably this exact figure right here, for $18.97, right? And now it's $27.99, something like that, something absurd. And I think a lot of like collectors were calling that, like, back in the day, like, oh, don't pay this price because they're gonna up it more. And like Hasbro's not guilty alone, like Mattel's doing it as well. And you know,
everybody's trying to call it on the recession, like, oh man, we had a pandemic, we gotta recoup our losses, so the only way we can do that is to raise the prices of our figures, which they're not paying any extra to make it. They're just trying to fatten the pocket, knowing that we as collectors or buyers or distributors or whoever that said person is gonna pay it. They just unfortunately reached a point where I think they capped themselves out. They even just announced their quarter-ending figures. They lost money. They lost a lot of money, and now they finally blame themselves because they realize, oh crap, we messed up. We priced ourselves out, and now our buyers aren't buying.
What's the most you'd pay for a Marvel Legends figure? Like, they announced something tomorrow. Like, they just announced this game. I don't have a picture of it up, but how much did you pay for this basic bodied Gambit?
I mean, I like Gambit, but I mean, if you want to talk max dollar out my pocket, $24.99. But it also needs to reflect back, and it has to be the $6. Yeah. You know, they went away from the plastic coverings. It's all like cardboard covered now, so you don't even see the figure now. You see a art picture of on the front end, and then you have to open the box to finally see what's inside. So you don't even know what the actual figure looks like unless someone did like a unboxing video that someone gave them the figure in advance.
Well, I think the presentation of that is trash, right? Like, I have the VHS one. I have the Wolverine. I haven't even opened it yet. But you open the box, and it's just like this cardboard thing, and your figure's wrapped in tissue paper. It's the crappiest presentation ever.
Oh.
And like, I'm gonna credit Mattel on this because the Monster High doll figures that we have, I got Chloe in the chat here, so she's big on the Mattel Creations Monster High dolls. So we buy those. Opening those boxes is actually like a really cool experience. Yeah. You open it, it is wrapped in like tissue paper. It's got like this bow on it. The whole box is real nice. You open it up. Sometimes, yeah.
Oh man, I got cheated.
I mean, it's not like a Christmas bow or anything, but it's just a really good presentation. And I mean, for the last one that we bought, I think we spent like $35, $40 for whatever just came in. And so I give Mattel credit on that point where presentation is everything. Opening the box is experience. Like opening a Marvel Legends figure sucks. like
well, not only does
it feels cheap.
Not only does it suck, it's hard to get those figures out. Like you gotta almost like bend the plastic just to get the figure out, and then if you bend too much, you like snap an arm off. Or they got those like weird like rubber band ties on them, and it's just horrible. But to answer the original question, $25. But like that's like I gotta have it. That's like a Juggernaut or like I don't know, Sinister. I don't know. It's gotta be worth my while. But I mean, I think they were hot when they were $21.99, somewhere in that $22.99 price point. Target, you can still catch them here and there at that price point, but you're not gonna get it now. I mean, you gotta look yourself in the mirror now and be like, look, we got to go back to what made us profitable and made people come buy our stuff. And right now, it's not it. Nowhere.
And I think what got us on, this thought anyway is as toy sellers, Mattel and Hasbro won't speak to us. Like we are too small of a store to even have a chance. So we have to go through middlemen, which isn't really necessarily like great for our profit margin, you know
what? Let's not even talk about the profit margin. Let's talk about the mere fact that it takes for. What were we looking at the other day? Oh no, what was it? That Venom 2-pack. All right, that's out right now. Right now, I can go on Amazon, boop, 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 buy it, $69.99, however much it costs. I gotta wait to pre-order, and it won't ship until maybe January. Maybe you can't even guarantee me that it will be January. You're saying it might be January, or we might sell out of a pre-order, and you may never get it at all. So you like even going through a third party, it's still unbeneficial to any reseller unless you are a big name or you got a big pocketbook. Without got the pocketbook yet, the name's coming.
That is incredibly true. And you know what? Like, so if you look at the recent Marvel Legends figures, like, and the Star Wars figures, probably a lot of other figures too. The Power Rangers figures, accessories are minimal. But you know what came with a crap load of stuff? This freaking, hold on, where am I? This Action Force Sergeant Slaughter came with so much stuff. It is not even
just the Sergeant Slaughter. Like all of them, they all come with at least a head sculpt, at least 2 guns, extra sets of hands. That stand is unbelievable. Like you can put any figure on that stand, and it will hold multiple poses. Like that right there is. If you don't get it for anything, the stand by itself, it is by far well done. And I know Bobby's not here, and none of his peeps are here, but man, that is by far a perfect stand to pose action figures on.
Yeah, it's actually one of the nicest stands I've ever come across. It's like definitely one of the first ones that has like multiple pegs in there. And when you actually do clip them in, because one of my gripes with the NECA pegs is like they're fine for whatever, but like that's solid.
Oh yeah.
That's a solid stand and a solid peg and a solid peg hole right there. And I don't know, like what are these running? $32?
Yeah. Well worth it. The stand is like well worth it right there. Like, but another one that's really good with coming with multiple accessories, in my opinion. Four Horsemen. Now,
you wanted to talk about this. So actually, I have a question for you because I heard it from somewhere. I want to say it was Dork Lair, but I heard it from a second party, so I'm not sure. Allegedly, there's a misspelling on the back of that box on the where it says unknown one. Yeah, right there. Is there a misspelling on there? Does it say the unknown one?
It is.
It is misspelled. Awesome. Fun fact about that box, didn't come from me. I don't own that figure. Just heard that out and about. But are you going to open it?
No, I'm not. No. Here's the catch. Here's the catch. Okay, I've always been an end box collector. It was never about value and all that. I just like it to sit in this nice pristine box, and it won't get dusty, and I don't have to dust it every time. I mean, I opened these like 2 years ago, so like this is like the exception to rules because I love my Power Rangers, and I had a little battle scene going on my my mantle. But if this video right here, this one, the one that we're on as we're speaking, if we can get 1,000 views on our next video,
it's going to be a few years, sir. It's going to be a few years.
Hey, let's see. I mean, let's test it out. Let's see how much the people want me to open this box. You get 1,000 views on this video right here. On our next video, I will open this figure right here. I'll open it and cry.
So, a fun fact about Aaron is I won't buy him action figure Christmas presents unless he agrees to open them. Like, that is always the rule. Like, if I'm sending him something, I'm like, bro, you're opening this. Like, you don't have a choice. It is very painful for him. Sometimes I enjoy watching him squirm a little bit on it. But he appreciates it. He appreciates it. Bro, so much action figure photography you can get into. What are you doing, man?
See, first off, I gotta know how to take photography in order to take photography pictures of action figures. Or I could just be like, hey, look at that.
Dude, I need to know the wingspan on that thing.
If you go look online at hellotoys.com, there's the dimension somewhere.
By the
way, let me just put that out there. This figure is not on our website for sale.
So you put that figure next to Winged Venom, next to a gargoyle, right? So you have like a 6 foot long shelf now that you can fit 3 figures on.
Of just wings.
just the wings, and then we buy some Mythic Legion figure wings, and then we add them on to the rest of our figures.
See, I would do that. I do that. I want to get some drums and guitars and like make a band. The name of their band could be called the Winged Figures.
Oh, I wasn't sure where you were going with that. I'm like, you want a Mythic Legion figures band, but you want a band of winged figures.
Yes.
Okay.
And like they open with like Stairway to Heaven.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That seems like a totally legit thing to do. Or like Fly Like an Eagle.
Fly like all their songs deal with like flying.
They can pull out some R. Kelly. I don't know if you're allowed to play R. Kelly songs anymore.
50-50. I think in moderation you can.
Unrelated toy question. So did R. Kelly really break out of jail right after he got in there? Like, did he somebody dug him a tunnel right after he got arrested? I heard he freaking just snuck right out.
You think I'm like his publicist? Like, hey, bro, if you lift like the 3rd brick, there's a spoon, and if you start digging, I got the car waiting for you. Does it surprise me that he would do it? No, I have no idea. I don't keep up on that side of the media anymore.
I thought maybe you were in the know. I am not aware of such things. So, Four Horsemen. How much did you pay for that figure? Retail.
I paid $80 for this. I haggled a guy for it.
Oh, right, because that was the exclusive for Legion's Con, right?
It was.
Yeah, we were not at Legion's Con.
And then, like 3 days later, they put it on their website. I got no notification about it, which I didn't even know. That I knew they were going to sell some on their website, but had no clue when they were going to do it. They sold out within like 2 minutes of the listing going live. But word is sometime in 2023, they're going to re-release this figure. I think the only exclusive part is the skull. that skull right there was exclusive to Legion's Con, and maybe one other piece that's inside. But like the box will look different, no skull, but everything else is the same.
Oh, the skull looks awesome. Now, is that skull just an accessory, or is that like an opposable head as well?
It's an opposable head. Like you put like Mystic Legions, and all their stuff is interchangeable, so you can put that on anything. But I don't know because I haven't opened it, unless we get 1,000 views on this video.
Always the salesman.
Right.
Okay, so what do you think that was retail? Like, I don't know if you were looking for it at the site. I didn't even know the thing existed until it was too late.
I mean, based on like Four Horsemen style pricing, I would call this a pretty deluxe-ish type figure. I mean, I'd probably say $70, $75 retail.
You think that's how much it was retail?
I don't know.
I don't know how much it was retail. I mean, but that's how much value it provides you.
Well, look at with everything that it comes with. Absolutely, I would have paid it. I would have paid it twice.
So, like, and this goes back to the thing. So you watched all 6 hours of the Four Horsemen when they were announcing the names. I don't know how to pronounce. Necronominus.
Yes.
Necronominus. So you watched all 6 hours of that. I watched probably 4 hours of it. And a lot of those figures are like, what, 35, 40 bucks, 50 bucks?
$37 for the base figures, and then $50 for the deluxe. I think it's like one or two of them were like 65.
So if I'm on Mercari, right, and I am trying to buy a Marvel Legends figure, it is probably costing me at least $35, $28 to $35. Would you say that's fair?
Fair enough.
Retail now is $28.
I guess it depends. I mean, is what the figure is. I mean, you're talking like something that's outright like just launched, but not everyone's got it. But most of those launch on the West Coast, so they get first dibs on just about everything. So us people on the East Coast, Midwest, yeah, we're not seeing that for at least another month. So it's kind of like, for me, how badly do I want to buy this figure? Is what your asking price for worth me buying now? Because, I mean, you got to look at it in a couple different ways now. One, I got to get in my car. I got to drive to Target. I got to search through every Target aisle that there is. And they're not always in line. They could be on end caps. They could be on another display or somewhere else. Don't ask their employees because they don't know what's going on. If it's a truck day and they got all their boxes out, you're sorting through their boxes. For me, if it's if it sells in store for to say $23, $24, I go on Mercari and you're selling it for $32. I mean, do I want to buy it for $32? No. But you're telling me I'm going to have it in a couple days and I don't have to spend gas and look? Possibly.
So from a value standpoint, if we're looking at just toys in Target at a price point of $28, do you think lines like Mythic Legions, Action Force, the future Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, do you think those are providing more value in comparison?
Value is all based on the individual. I mean, if you're telling me that you're going to have a wide accessibility to it, sure. But we all know that it's not happening. You've got people on the inside. They know when the stuff's coming in. They're telling their friends like, "Oh, hey, we're getting a shipment tomorrow of 7 cases of Action Force of Series 3." They know. Or, you've got somebody that just happens to know the system of when stuff are coming in. So, no, it's not. And it's great. And this is why I'm okay with, Four Horsemen and all these guys doing it their way, because it works for them. It works for them. It works for us. Not just us as, wholesalers for them, but us as also collectors who we can go. Like right now, I mean, as much as they're the Necronominus line, you can pre-order right now. You can do it right now. And I know eventually that they're going to ship it to me. I don't have to go search for it. Now, I do enjoy every once in a while going on a random hunt and, oh, hey, I was looking for something like this and I found it. Those are great, but those are very rare in between when that happens.
So, based off of how things are going, like in the toy community, if you're saying value is all relative, do you think, like, I mean, I know Hasbro and Mattel aren't gonna die tomorrow. You know, they're gonna keep putting out stuff. But do you think, like, so as a collector, this is how I see it, right? I have an accumulation of stuff in my closet. Behind this screen right here is literally a desk full of just action figures all over the place, mainly from toy photography that I haven't cleaned up. But like at some point, I'm going to stop paying for the same Spider-Man figure, the same Wolverine figure.
Oh yeah.
And there's franchises like Mythic Legions, Action Force, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom at Spero that are creating new toy lines with their own IPs, with their own stuff. Do you think at some point there's going to be a break there where people are just like, I'm done with this and I'm moving on here? Or do you think there's always going to be people that are like, no, I want 17 Captain America figures?
I mean, you're gonna have two people, and it's that line's never gonna cross each other. At some point, they will. I don't know when, but you're gonna have the group of people that are very loyal to having every single Batman, Spider-Man, Captain America, Wolverine. You know, you're gonna have that person. They want them. They need them. It could be the simplest thing as Wolverine now has new shinier claws, and that's it. Same outfit, same
I've
face.
fallen for that trick, actually.
I know you have, but that's exactly that's why they do it. They target you for that reason. They know someone's going to buy this. One, because they are a collector of, they love Wolverine. Oh, cool. We made new shiny claws, and his hair is flipped from the other direction. Great. We just sold 1 million. But at the same time, in the same breath, with all these new companies on the up and coming, and some that have been around for a while and they're just making a bigger splash now, you're going to steal those people because, like I said, you know, these parts with like Four Horsemen are interchangeable among all of their figures. You can create your own figure off of other figures. You could essentially make a super mashup. You maybe could do that with, you know, the Marvel Legends line or the DC line, maybe, but you're not gonna get the look that you're gonna get here. And that's is why everyone. That's why anybody that buys Four Horsemen or know of Four Horsemen and those guys waiting 6 to 9 months is nothing because they know they're getting top premium stuff from a company that cares, one, about their people, and two, about what they're putting out.
That is an interesting point, Lad. What are you looking at?
Bethany is showing me a cat Christmas sweater. I don't know why.
Do you want to share that with everyone else?
I really don't. It's horrible. It's not even no.
You don't even have a cat.
Exactly. I have a dog that's barking right now.
A large dog.
Yes. And he does not like to be dressed up.
So what you're saying is there's room for everybody. Hasbro and Mattel are going to keep doing what they're doing, and people are going to keep buying what they want to buy. But you do agree that other companies are providing something different.
Yes, but if they're going to keep, if Mattel and these guys are going to keep etching that price slowly up, and I think they're going to do it for maybe another year, maybe 2 years. I don't know what their 5-year plan is. They're going to reach a price point that's going to run everybody off. I don't know what that number is going to be. Maybe it's $26, $27.99. I don't know, but whatever that number is, and when they get to it, that's when you're going to see the ultimate shift change. Like that is when these diehards going to go, nope, I'm done, not doing it anymore. I've had enough. I'm going to go here and buy this, or I'm just going to stop completely. Like that's where it changes.
I agree with that a lot. Right now I think, and we're crapping on Marvel Legends a lot just because that's just the most common thing that I think people buy because there's still Star Wars, there's still Power Rangers, which I don't know feels dead a lot of times. Not to make a pun, but there's other things as well. The freaking Mattel Masters of the Universe line, the multiverse. I don't know what it's called. Those He-Man figures. Not a big fan of that. There's the DC McFarlane figures, which 28 Batmans. You get 28 Batmans and just the longest legs you'll ever see.
Yes. I just saw one the other day, actually.
That is the problem that I have with that. But yeah, I think these new toy lines, they're creating something new. They're creating something original. They have better paint detail, better sculpting, better articulation, better packaging, and I think it's a fair price for what you get. You get a lot. In a lot of those cases, you get big, heavy figures as well. We got a freaking horse, man. We got a horse for a really good price not too long ago with the Headless Horseman.
Oh yeah, love that. I love that figure in the box.
Bro, how have you not played with this thing? Like I'm pointing at it. He's right here. You can't see it, but he's literally right here.
We had this conversation like I don't know, 30 minutes ago.
We did, but do you know who my figure of the year is?
What's that?
He's not a 2022 figure, unfortunately. I thought he was, but this guy right here is figure of the year, the unofficial figure of the year. Do you know why?
Why is that?
Because he can go into any toy photography picture. Where am I at? Any toy photography picture. He can be yelling at a kid. He can be screaming. He can be getting murdered. He can be in a suit and tie screaming at somebody in a business meeting. The hood figure.
I will say I did
maybe not the body. Forget the body. Head. Where am I? Head of the year. Best head.
I will tell you those photos you took with the Headless Horseman. Those were great. I did love those.
Well, thank you.
I thrive to one day be able to take photos like that myself when I take my figures out of the box.
I am an amateur at best, but you'll never know until you open up your toys, man. I had to open up so many of these Star Wars Black Series. Man, I'm so bad with this camera. What is this guy even called? The modal nodes figures. I had to open up so many of these. It took me forever to find all of these. And then I realized, because I thought it was a 4-piece band, I don't know my Star Wars, bro. It's a 6-piece band. I still need 2 more. I have to find 2 more of those. But yeah, I had to open up a ton of those to do the picture the other day. So many. And I'm just like opening them up. It's not even fun. I'm just like, oh, here's all their freaking instruments. Just toss a figure over. And I hate those legs as well. And I understand they're aliens, but they have the reverse McFarlane thing where their knees bend. And I don't have one here, but their knees bend like right here. Right here. So it's super weird. So you got this super long leg, and then it bends right there. Oh, hey, we have a new person in the chat.
Oh,
Jim
hey,
Margo.
Jim
Hello,
Margo.
Jim Margo.
Welcome
to the party. Great to see you. Yeah, that was my figure of the year, my unofficial figure of the year.
I don't really have a figure of the year.
2021 figure.
I don't have anything that really jumped out at me this year. I mean, probably the Headless Horseman to me was probably like the OMG of the year because.
Well, we're not there. That's a topic for another day. I was just throwing the marvelous hood figure in there because he's amazing. Literally, try to find a photo without him, man. 75% of the time, you're going to find this guy in a picture. Guaranteed. Every time. And for as much as we just crapped on Marvel Legends,
hey, every once
every now and then they knock one out of the park.
Yeah, you'll get some gold, but you gotta go through a pile of crap to find that one or two pieces of gold.
So, what is your non-Mattel, non-Hasbro favorite toy line right now?
Man, non-Hasbro, non-Mattel favorite toy line.
Yeah,
that's
what
tough.
You got?
Like, man, you got me on the spot.
I know, I got you on the spot. We have a lot. You literally just had one in your hand.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's up there. It's a good one, but hold on. Can you grab me that? Yeah. This might surprise you. This might surprise you.
Let's bring the cat sweater into the picture here.
Cat sweater. No, I'm not putting that cat sweater on this. No, not happening. My figure. My figure. It's not even a figure. It's not a figure. It's a puppet. Crazy Clown. Love this guy. I also have Bat Vlad over there, but this is great. I love these things. I had them out the other day. I was messing around with them. Boglins are great. They're back, baby. You can pose them. You can make them talk. You can do whatever you like. If you watch our first video, Mr. Ted Darkclaw did a great unboxing video with Crazy Clown as a special guest. I'm
mad because you caught me off guard here. I don't have my Crazy Clown is sitting upstairs. Like I bought a song to the party.
He's probably getting another Smirnoff, man. Like you need to cut him off. Like, every time I rewatch that video on that scene, I die laughing. Like I don't know why I find it so hilarious, but that particular part is great.
My daughter asked me what happened to all her Smirnoffs, and she blamed me for drinking them. And I'm like, I am 99% sure I did not drink your Smirnoffs. And
this is not 2003 all over again.
2003 anymore. So you're saying right now, Boglins is your favorite non-Mattel, non-Hasbro toy line?
Yeah, because I get a lot of them kind of like rehashed from previous molds, but like it's not something that's always in your face. It's not like you go into a store and you see pegs and pegs and pegs of them. Like you don't. And because of something like that, I can get behind it. Like I said, I could have easily gone to Mystic Legions. I could have gone to Valaverse Action Force. I could have chosen any of them. And maybe I will by the end of the year. But for something that has been around for years, but don't get talked about a lot, Boglins. They're puppets for your hands.
I'm gonna pull my Spunk out here. I don't have a voice for Spunk. I apologize.
See, that's the other thing. Like when I called you as when I did Vlad, I took like maybe 2-3 hours coming up in my mind. What would he sound like? And then I went like in a weird like Dracula kind of way, and then I like metroed it out. I'm like, there it is. That's Vlad.
So like this is what I don't understand about this, right? So I think this thing is awesome. So these were marketed in the 80s as like gross puppets. You scare your sister, you scare your mom. They go, ugh, and they eat everything in the fridge. They wipe snot on you. They fling boogers. But it is a puppet. Its eyes move. Some of them glow in the dark. Their eyes glow in the dark. They got cute tail. And first of all, this guy is just absolutely adorable. He is the cutest of the Boglins. The cutest.
You gotta find a voice for him, man.
I gotta find a voice for him. I don't have a voice for him. And then they come with these cages, which I think this is my favorite part. When you're talking about like toyetic stuff, the box that they come in is literally their home. They have a cage, right? You have to and I'm doing a really bad job of keeping this on camera. These things are so big. They have a cage. This is how they come. They come just like this. They have a cage. You got to keep them in their cage, or else they're going to cause trouble.
Yeah.
And then I don't have this punched out, but there's a hole on the bottom. You can punch it out, so then you can control your Boglin while he's in the cage. But they have a home. They stack up nicely.
Chloe, that's what happened to your Smirnoffs. Let you know.
Bonk.
Your dad's been keeping them out of their cages. They've been out having parties all night.
Yeah, so you know I love Boglins.
I do. I remember the day I met you. You showed me one. Oh, so many years ago.
So I know you said you didn't want to go with like Action Force or Mythic Legions like that, but like right now I do think Action Force is killing it. Look at the Sergeant Slaughter, because you and I are lifelong wrestling fans, and when we were growing up, Sergeant Slaughter was a big deal. So between wrestling and G.I. Joe, Sergeant Slaughter has been a big part of our lives. And while Hasbro does have a very nice figure of him, these Valaverse figures are something else, man. Just the amount of stuff they come with. They come with so many accessories. I'm really looking forward to seeing this line expand. I'm mad we did not get in on Series 1. There's a Bone Collector figure that I would like to have. You recently gave me this. Oh man, the glare on this. This is the problem. Bobby, if you ever watch this, we need to work on this glare, right? Because even he has these problems in these videos. You can't see the figures because it's covered by plastic, and then there's like a plastic bag over it. It makes it really hard to show these on camera in box. That is the only downside to these figures. But hold on. Yeah, Jim says Valaverse has done a great job reimagining Action Force. Like, absolutely spot on. Jim knows what's up. He is obviously an Action Force collector, man, because they're just good figures, and they're nice and stiff. They're not like NECA, where I'm worried about breaking them. Like, there's been a few points where I was like, ooh, I don't know if I want to move it that way. But for the most part, they move well, and they do really good for stop motion, by the way. Great stop motion figures. Look awesome on display. The accessories are amazing. The guns are realistic. Plus, Bobby supplied baggies in this, right? So normally I have to put all my stuff in my own Ziploc bags. These are my modal nodes, instruments, and hands here that I had to freaking separate. Bobby's just like, nah, fam, I got you. Little baggies everywhere, yo. Yo, man, you need some Action Force stuff, man? I got you, man. Meet me out back, bro.
That's going to be our sales pitch. Don't worry, man. We got you in the baggies.
Hey, man, you need some Action Force, bro? Freaking spot on. Like he had it pretty much mapped out about what people want, and I really appreciate that. I think it goes a long way as well, because now I have a bunch of empty boxes around me because I need to save my Action Force points as well. And another fun fact that I didn't know until recently is they have these cutouts on the back of the figure. And apparently these are supposed to peg in to the back of the stands. Yeah, and I guess there is a slot on the back of these stands to peg them right in. I don't know if you knew that. I didn't know that. But now I have a
reason up there.
I have a box of trash next to me now. Of boxes that I need to cut up and add to stands.
I'll open mine one day.
I hope so. Jim says the Valaverse Special Deployment Series will continue to re-release Series 1 characters you might have missed. See, this is good. That's what I need. I need a Bone Collector real bad.
Yes.
Real bad.
I mean, that'd be great. I'm also definitely looking forward to Series 3. Hopefully we'll be able to get our little grubby hands on some Series 3 where they actually introduce some female characters, which I know a lot of people had talked about wanting to have in their commando group. So hopefully we get those soon, and we can continue to expand our Valaverse universe. Lots of cool details.
So many details.
So many.
That's spot on. But I don't have any complaints about the Mythic Legions either. I think the difference between the Mythic Legions and the Action Force figures, because part of the reason why I started recollecting was to do stop motion stuff. They needed a cast to do stop motion. And while time prevents me from doing stop motion things recently, I have found that doing stop motion with an Action Force figure is much easier than doing stop motion with a Mythic Legions figure. Or maybe I'm just, I need to step up my stop motion game. I'm not really sure. But
we'll say
ease of use. And I don't know, Mythic Legions don't feel like figures that I should play with. Like they feel like figures that I should put in the glass cabinet in the Detolf here. And we never touch those figures. Okay, we never touch those figures.
So you're hounding me about taking a figure out the box. You want to keep it in a display case. See, you sneaky little punk, you. I see what you're doing here. You're trying to make me open my stuff when you're trying to do the same thing.
Look, you called me out here, but at least what's in the case is highly detailed battle scenes, okay? There's a scene at play here, okay? Yeah. I don't just pull them out, vanilla pose them, and we never touch them again.
I have there's
a story being told here.
Okay, there's a story in my head being told of them being in the box.
It could be a much more detailed story if you would pull out the scissors, cut the tape, take it out, open the freaking box. Open the box.
Yes, Jim, we did. If you haven't heard, or I know you might be new with us, we are official distributors of Valaverse as of last month. We just kind of got into the game a little late, trying to get in on an order for it. So if we get if he has something left over, we may be able to pick some up. But yes, we did know about them arriving in January. We're just kind of bummed that we didn't get in on the early part of it.
Feeling really attacked here.
Good, you should be.
Yeah, if you don't open your figures, I guess you never have to pick them up when they all come falling down, because that's what they're going to do.
Yeah. Well, have a lot of boxes tend to fall, especially if you don't have them stacked just right.
I guess that's fair. You could be buried alive like a little hoarder, the little action figure hoarder that you are. You're like, no, I can't open these, and then they all fall on you, and that's how you die.
That's the side of my bed right now. There's like boxes among boxes of figures just sitting and waiting to do something with. Right now, the wall has been dedicated to TMNT. So, like, they are hung on the wall, but then everything else is under it. And then I have, like, a couple wrestling figures on, like, shelves on the top of my wall.
So I want to make a side note here of how proud I am of us. And I know this is nothing to brag about, but we were gonna record this show, right? We were going to record it. We weren't going to do this live. We said, we're going to record it. We're going to just put it on at our own time. And then we made the decision to go live. And, there's actually been people in here, not a lot of people, but there's been people in here.
And we had
pretty much the whole time. Okay. We had Rocco the Great in here. I think he is long gone by now, but man, what an honor to start off your show. Like 2 minutes in, boom, we're putting up Rocco the Great stuff. Hold on, we have a question for, I believe that's you.
How do you display your figures if they're in boxes? You know what, Chloe? I will do a recording of exactly how I have it, and I'll post it. Let's just say it's a lot of stacking and a lot of maneuvering, and hope that you don't have your dog or your child running through the house and then they go. That's how. But I will put a video together and I'll show you.
Oh, hold on, time out. Jim said something. Jim says he saw that we got a shout out on the 3POA. Which we did. We were very proud of that.
We made it.
we made it. We were big fans of 3POA, like before they were 3POA, when they were on Infinity Equation, and they were doing the giveaway, and we were blessed with a shipment that had arrived, and we wanted to support that. And we're first of all, we're very happy to have some sort of partnership with them. The fact that they even said anything about us is a huge deal for us. So yeah, we're proud of that. Happy to be part of the community, and I think, like, isn't that what we want to be about at the end of the day? Like, I don't want to. We're a toy brand. We're where am I? Hella dope toys. I don't think we want to. I think we passed that part of the show, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't think we want to be like a nameless, untrustworthy brand, right? We don't want to be Big Bad. We don't want to be Megalopolis. Not that there's anything wrong with Big Bad. Big Bad is, king of online toy sales. Megalopolis is the absolute opposite. But I think, like, you and I have a goal of trying to be in touch with the community, like, as much as possible. Like, it's not just, we're big fans of the things that we sell. Right now we're selling these because we freaking love them. We are also selling these. Man, I'm so bad with this camera. Selling those because we love them. And I think we also love just seeing what people do with things, including this guy right here, who is in 75% of the pictures that you will see, unofficial figure of 2022. But I don't ever want to stop being a part of the community. And I think the second that we do that, we have to reconsider, what we are as a brand and as a company.
Yes, absolutely. I 100% agree with that. Like, when we came up with this idea to merge both of our businesses, our side businesses together to make one, we sat at PowerCon and, like, look, why don't we do it? Like, we've been doing it for a while. We love doing this. And it just so happened that we were in the same room as Four Horsemen, Spero Studios, Creative B Studios. We were in a room with a lot of great up and coming names, and we're like, look, if we're going to make this happen, we got to do it now. And you're going to see us in a lot of people's videos and chats. We're not there just to promote our name. Yes, we do kind of go. We talk about ourselves a lot. We want to make sure our name is somewhere in your thought process. But at the same time, we're there just to say, hey, Sharmus Prime just did an unboxing video, or he's doing something on the Whatnot app. We're there to see what he's doing. Maybe we might win something. I don't know. I mean, why not? We want to be just as a part of it as you guys are trying to be, help support us in our little journey. And at the end of the day, we might sell some stuff. Great. If not, it's a dream. We started with a dream, and either we're going to live by that dream or we're going to die trying.
We're going to die, and Chloe Yakel is going to inherit all of the debt. All of the debt. 100% of
we already
that
signed
debt.
the seal to you.
It's already in the will. Whatever's left, whatever I owe, going to her.
Don't worry, I have a running tally going right now, so I'll send you the invoices and everything.
We have spreadsheets and math, but like also at the same time, like I don't think we want to screw with anybody either. Any orders that are placed are literally going out the door. I have orders sitting behind here, ready to go out. It is Sunday. As we are recording this. Okay, that's why they're not going out today, but they are going out first thing tomorrow because money comes in, figures immediately go out, no hesitation. It's like out.
I'm in the same boat. I got a couple of orders that came through this morning. Yeah, I got one of them boxed up. Just got to box up the second one, slap those labels on, and get them out of here.
I like Jim. Jim, first of all, thank you for hanging out with us. Like I know as a guy who watches a lot of YouTube and a guy who watches a lot of toy dudes on YouTube, if I'm going into a live where there's literally nobody and this chat is dead, like I'm not hanging around. So I appreciate you coming in here, you know, and giving us your input and chatting with us. Like we sincerely appreciate you being here and, you know, contributing to the chat and contributing to the show. Like that really means a lot to us, because when we started recording this, we expected there to be a big old 0 on there the whole time, and we were fine with that. We were cool with that. But
We were.
so Jim, thank you for joining us and being a part of the session today. Like really means a lot.
Yeah, like I said, we got a lot of stuff up right now. We got a lot more stuff coming. We got some pre-orders that'll be going up in 2023. So if you missed your chance for the Mystic Legion's Necronomuses, more than likely we'll be heading in that direction. We do have the Cosmic Legions Book 2 up right now. We got a lot of stuff coming. I mean, like I said, we were blessed to get into some really good names. Also, like I said, if there's something that you're looking for that you don't see, shoot us a message like, "Hey, this is what I'm looking for. Can you get it?" We will find it for you. That's kind of where we really wanted to make our stand. We wanted to be more of the help collectors help collect type deal.
We're the Mandalorians of toys. We're the bounty hunters.
Yes, this is the way.
Like, do you want it boxed or do you want it loose? We'll find it one way or another.
Shipping's a lot cheaper in a loose box, by the way.
That is a good note. Good note. So going back to the topic, I think we have both kind of like covered everything. Whereas, there's room for Hasbro, there's room for Mattel. There are small companies doing stuff, but at some point, the price is going to make a difference in our buying purchases. And I think we both agree that right now, maybe Hasbro isn't bringing as much value for the dollar, whereas figures that are more expensive, Valaverse figures are more expensive. Mythic Legions figures are more expensive.
But look what you get inside of these boxes for the value. That is the big deal. Like I say, you're gonna have some people on the fence that's gonna be like, "Ooh, man, $33, man, that's a hit to the pocket." But I get these extra hands. I get I get an extra face. I get all these extra, like for Valaverse, I get all these extra weapons, or you can interswap pieces with other pieces and create custom pieces of your own. That is value within itself. That is true value. You can't put a price behind. Even I've been playing with my Tommy Olivers pretty much through this entire hour of video. You know what you're gonna get with this figure. You're gonna get Tommy's head. You're gonna get a dagger. You're gonna get the sword, and that's it. That's all you get. Maybe an extra set of. I don't even know if you get an extra set of hands. Maybe you do. I don't think.
No, they had karate chopping hands. I don't remember. I think some of them. I don't remember, but I think they were all like reused hands across the figure. But I don't remember.
That's all you get. You don't get anything else. So you have to think about it at the end of the day.
I have one right here. There is one alternate fist hand. It looks like.
I think one's a fist, and then you have the open palm hand, or you have the kung fu grip hand for like the weapons, and then you may have like the action chop. But I mean, it's hard to deny a $7 swing to get extra things. And like Four Horsemen said in their video, they could have easily charged more money for this Necronomuses line. They could have done it. They didn't. They kept everything the same price. Maybe I think they raised it $1. And no one's batting an eye at $1 when you get the amount of stuff that comes with these figures. So for me, that is perfect. I love it, because you're bringing not only you're bringing value, I'm getting something out of it at the end of the day. I'm getting a super dope figure that has a lot of stuff to it that I can do multiple things with.
And I think that's that's what we all want. We just want the most for our money. Well, no, we're at about an hour here. What do you want to do, man?
Man, I don't know. This is, like I said, this is the part of the show where you just kind of wing it. Jim down there said he's met some great folks hanging in the chat at IE. So, so we were in there 2 weeks ago, just kind of chilling. You know, we're always trying to do what we can when we can. You know, so we still both have 9 to 5 jobs. So still working for the man while trying to be the man ourselves. But when we get that extra time, so either we're going to try to make this show a regular thing, and then if we're not doing our own stuff, we're out there in the YouTube world or Instagram or TikTok, just supporting all you guys and all your stuff.
So I keep losing my screen here. I had one more topic, but it's just so left field right now. I don't even know if we should cover it.
Let's throw it out. Why not?
So we can either do this, or we can call it.
No, you already brought it up, so let's talk about it.
All right.
I still got like half a can. I got about a quarter can of beer left, so that's how much time.
You got a quarter can of beer. Well, this is actually wrestling related.
Ooh, see now,
which falls under action figures because we are both one, big wrestling fans and also big wrestling action figure fans. And I kind of wanted to speak on the pay-per-view from last night, which I fell asleep during, unfortunately. So MJF won the AEW World title. He beat Jon Moxley. With spoilers, help from William Regal, which I think a lot of people called. I didn't call it.
I didn't either.
It didn't even pop into my mind. Twitter put that into my head, but I wasn't sitting there thinking, oh yeah, William Regal's gonna turn on Jon Moxley or whatever. And I find it ironic because one of MJF's promos was how he was talking about how he was constantly overshadowed when it was his moment. He was overshadowed by Chris Jericho, and then he was overshadowed by the CM Punk media scrum. And last night he won the AEW title, and one of our biggest heroes passed away. And I'm wondering if MJF is going to hold a grudge about that.
Did you watch the post interviews that they did?
I did not.
Dude, there's new dating online, man.
I don't know how to get rid of these yet.
Oh man, we gotta get on that.
Okay, I blocked it.
Anywho, the media, the post media show that they did, you can call it a work if you want. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. But if it's a work, that is a great job. If that's him speaking off the top, even better, because this man is pure gold. I don't care that. A lot of people try to compare him to the Miz with mic skills and all that. Maybe early Miz, like that WrestleMania 27 when he was feuding with John Cena, like that type of Miz. Yeah, but this MJF thing right here, this is next level right here. Like he is doing stuff that he's making himself relevant. Like that, and that's what I want to see. And if he's playing Tony Khan in AEW for a big contract, or just playing the game and eventually is going to jump to WWE, you know what? Do you do what you got to do? But man, you can't stop this man right now. He is the hottest thing in wrestling. Outside of this, now Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, Wrestle Kingdom 17, which I might actually get that pay-per-view because I'm very interested to see how that plays out. But MJF right now, hella dope.
So what I like about MJF, he does very much remind me of a very young 1997 Rock, in a way where, because we're living in hindsight. We got to watch The Rock grow,
Yes.
and from Rocky Maivia to the People's Champion to just the most jacked action star there ever was. And I know a lot of people, as you said, relate MJF to The Miz. I see MJF following a similar path to The Rock. And while the dude is jacked, I think if he put a little more bulk on, I think that would go a long way. I had the same complaint about Cody Rhodes in 2008. Boy needed a little more bulk. It took him far, sir.
Cody Rhodes, that's different. Like, he needed to bulk up.
He needed something.
MJF does not need to bulk up for nothing. Like that dude.
I think a little more mass would be good for me. Well, he looks tiny in a lot of situations.
That's all right. So does Rey Mysterio, but you don't talk about that.
Rey Mysterio got bulkier.
Yeah, well, he also went down to Lucha Underground, so he had to.
Yeah, I mean, Rey Mysterio went through some hard times. But I like MJF because he can come out and he does the fake face thing so well in still such a heelish way, and it works really well because there's been so many times where he's come out and he's cut a promo and they're like, oh, MJF's turning face, and I'm sitting here and I'm just like, no, I absolutely love this sarcastic asshole right now. Like, he is absolutely killing it. He can be nice to people in the most insulting way, and they'll just freaking eat it right up.
How do you feel about the comparison to him to Roddy Piper?
I don't necessarily see it. Piper was a lot more intense, a lot of rah, 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 rah in your face. From a wrestling style, I don't really know. I appreciate MJF's style. It's basic in kind of like an old schooly type of way. Like, he's not trying to go out there and do anything fancy, but he tells a good story in his ring work. I don't really see a Roddy Piper comparison in my opinion, but I haven't watched Roddy Piper since '97. So
I mean, I would definitely tell you to watch that post interview. It's on YouTube right now. It's like 6-7 minutes. Whew. Yeah. But Jim down there, he's talking about the Jawwares MMA figures. I like some of the Jawware stuff. The only my negative about them, the face sculpt, man. There's you're hitting and missing. Like you got some that are good. I think it was like Anderson Silva, the one that they did for him. His looked really good. But like there are a couple where they need to go back and 3D print that face or something because it was horrible.
Well, I think the problem with the Jazzwares, the UFC figures, is they were like too off scale. So they weren't like true 1/12 scale. They were more like 5-inch. So they didn't like really go well with anything. And I think that's why like they died out. Like I like the idea of it for sure.
It was, and like you said, it had really good articulation. Like if you really wanted to get into those like MMA poses and like submission holds, you were really able to dig in there and get it. The other one that I'm really liking is the SH figure arts. They're a little smaller, but I like their articulation also. And I love just like I got in the other room, like I have The Rock, Triple H, and I have Stone Cold. They did a Kane one. I missed it, and then the price is like skyrocketed on that one. But those are awesome if you ever get a chance to look get your hands on them.
I actually think those UFC figures would scale well with the SH figure arts better. Yes. To be honest, like they would probably be really spot on. And I don't think that's what they were originally targeting. I just think some guy in the office.
They were just trying to pull the hotness that you when like you said UFC was just made was red hot at that time, and you had the Chuck Liddell like feuds, but you had some really good names out there. You had to capitalize while you could, and they just throw something out.
It's still a good idea because I thought they were going to do a wave 2, and I don't know if they actually did it, where they actually fixed the scale.
They didn't,
because I think it would help more mainstream. Because I'm a very casual UFC fan. Like I watch the pay-per-views, I don't watch the regular stuff. So I have a hard time keeping up with everybody's names. And if you got an action figure with somebody's name on it, I think that goes a long way for like brand awareness and whatnot.
Mm.
Plus, there's just a lot you can do with it. You can pair them with your WWE figures. You can
Oh, yeah.
put them in random scenes, and ideally, ideally they would be compatible with some head swaps on something.
So Jim brings up a good point. I mean, Mayfex, that is one that I'm not. I mean, I'm slowly getting into. I was actually looking at some of the Miles Moraleses that they did. Love Miles. I mean, I love Spider-Man in general. Like, I'm the guy that's going to buy all the Spider-Man stuff because I love Spider-Man. But the couple of the Miles Moraleses that they did, fantastic look. A lot of accessories, a lot of hands, webbings, like that. Right? I mean, yes, very pricey. You're looking at like 89 and 120 bucks on these Mayfex figures. But like this is another one of those, like, what you get out of it makes the price okay. Not great, not like I'm buying it tomorrow, but you could justify $100 on a quality figure that's multi-posable, that comes with like 5 sets of hands, like 3 or 4 different web types, different head sculpts, and like I think the Miles Morales. I think this is the one from the one I'm thinking of is from Into the Spider-Verse. It came with like his red and white Jordans, and it came with another pair of shoes. So you get a lot of stuff packaged in this box. So like, I would love to get. That's on the wish list right now. Get that Mayfex Miles Morales. That will be my figure eventually.
So I'm getting the wrap it up signal from the upstairs.
Wrap it up, B.
So, Aaron, Mr. Black Knight, what do you want to plug right now?
Let me put my government name out there, okay?
What do you want to plug right now?
What are we plugging today? Today we're gonna plug. We'll plug me. I'm gonna plug myself today. You can catch me on the old Twitter, as you can see on the handle right there at Black Knight Gaming. You can also catch me on Twitch at least 2 days a week. You can follow me there, Black Knight 314 on the old Twitch. Right now, we're kind of in the middle of Detroit Become Human. We're about halfway through there, so come pop in, check out the stream, show the love. We just bring it's this, but just in game form. So that's me. What are you plugging?
Apparently, I'm plugging Monster High. So I guess we have a guest for our next show, which actually isn't the worst idea if she's going to bring in the fangirls. But my name is Ted Darklaw, and you can find me on Instagram at Ted Darklaw. You can find me on Twitter on at Ed Philly, which I don't even know why I'm bothered. I don't even do anything on there. Like you can scroll back and find stuff from 5 years ago pretty quick. But I think at the end of the day, I want to plug helladopetoys.com. Go there, find what you want. We're going to ship everything in one business day. There's a chat if you have any questions. There's a contact form if you have any questions. One of us is mostly on call. Don't know which one you'll get. It's a crapshoot. So, if you have a favorite, whoever answers, just pretend that that's the one.
Right. It's not 3 o'clock in the morning. I can't help you then. That's automated.
Find us at helladopetoys.com on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Find me at Ted Darklaw on Instagram. Oh yeah, TikTok. I forgot we had a TikTok. Dear God, I didn't put that in the banner. I'm sorry. You should. This is why we do a test run, sir.
Well, you live and you learn. Okay, you live and learn.
All right, we're learning, and we appreciate everybody that stopped in. Rocco the Great was in here. Mr. Jim Largo is in here. Jim, you have been absolutely wonderful. We really appreciate you coming in.
Yes.
And when are we doing this again?
I think we're gonna try and at least keep a semi-consistent Sunday, because then you catch us Sunday night. Then you can catch Rocco the Great on Monday with his Toy Talk, and then what's his name? Real what?
Real Shift.
Real Shift on Tuesday.
His name's Joe. And then, we got free POA every other Saturday. I don't know what day of the week I'm on normally.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then we got the Loose But Complete. I believe that's on Wednesday, which is perfect. Because I
watched a full week of just toy talk.
See, I watch Loose But Complete because they're on at 9 p.m., like what we just did. And it's the perfect time because I watch AEW, and that's right when I want to turn it off.
But here's the part of the show.
Yeah,
that's kind of like back in like the Attitude Era when like, oh, it's the Divas match. Let's go. Gotta go grab a beer. I had no interest in watching. now we built a brand.
All right. Well, unless you have anything else to say, I'm going to call this
1,000 views. We open this on the next stream. I don't want to do it, but 1,000 views, I'll do it.
Aaron, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate having you as a partner. Excellent co-host. Couldn't do this without you. We will see you all soon, and we'll be all over Instagram and Twitter and TikTok. So come say hi to us there. And until next time, guys. See ya.
Over out.